Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the Grand Floridian. Today we're taking a look at a deluxe studio here in one of the Disney Vacation Club buildings at this resort, and I am so excited to show you around because it is an absolutely gorgeous room and I barely even started to comb through the place. There are so many details, there's so much to see, and you're not going to want to miss this. So let's make our way to the front door, start at the entryway. What better place to start, and get a look at everything that this room has to offer. Now, the first thing you notice as you step into this Disney Vacation Club deluxe studio is that there isn't a ton of space here in the entryway, which is pretty standard for Disney Vacation Club villas. Then again, we do have this great little vanity area off to the left, right as we step into the room, and that really does make this entryway feel a little bit bigger. It also gives us a place to put our stuff down, which is exactly what I've done. There's also a mirror here, and we have a bench as well. So this could be used as a desk or just a place to put your stuff, but it's also another option for getting ready each day. If we turn the opposite direction, you'll see that we have our bathroom. Now this bathroom area is separated into two parts like you'll find at most Disney Vacation Club villas, but it also has a sliding door here. So we can close this off from the rest of the room, which is great because again, it gives us a little bit more privacy so more people can get ready at the beginning of the day, get out of the room and to the parks quicker, which is always great. And that's really helpful when we have a room like this that can sleep 5. As we step into the bathroom, you'll see, as I mentioned, we have two separate sections. So the first section is a vanity area. We have this really big, really beautiful illuminated mirror. We have two sinks here, which is great. We always love to see that. And then we have plenty of counter space so we can put all of our toiletries and everything that we need. Again, I love having two sinks here because it means more than one person can get ready and get the day going. We also have some outlets on either side, as you can see, and a makeup mirror. Down below the sink, we have towels, nice open shelving, which is fantastic, and some extra toilet paper in there as well. There's also a trash can down there and enough space that you could tuck a few things away if you needed to. Of course, we have our Disney Resorts sea salt products, including a vanity kit, shower cap, lotion, and mouthwash. Then we have a towel rack over here. And if we turn again to the right, this direction, you'll see we have our shower and toilet. So here is our shower. It does have a tub, which is great. I know that that's really useful, especially for those of you who are traveling with little ones. Then we have our rainfall shower head, and we still have a handle as well, which is great too. Really useful. This isn't the biggest shower. It's pretty standard sized, but it is nice. Here we have our body wash, conditioner, and shampoo. There's also no cutout, but we do have a little bit of a shelf here so we can put our toiletries. I do think that that's great. If we turn this direction, you'll see we have a hook on the wall for our towels. We've got our toilet, and of course, some additional towels over here. This is also a sliding door, which saves on space, and again, gives you that privacy. So someone can be showering or using the restroom, and we can also have someone getting ready for the day. Again, we love to see that in these rooms. But let's take a step back again and make our way into the room itself. Of course, first taking a quick look at the thermostat over here. Looks like this one might be a motion sensor. I'm not a huge fan of those, but you know, it's what you'll find in some of these rooms. This room is also a lock-off, so you'll notice as we kind of step forward that we have this door here. So this will be connected to another room. But now let's look at the room itself, the sleeping arrangement, and some of the amenities that you'll have because this is a Disney Vacation Club villa. So the first thing that we come upon is, of course, the kitchenette area. Kitchenettes are a little bit different depending on what Disney Vacation Club villa you're staying in. Here we do have our microwave, as well as our very small coffee maker. A little disappointed that it's not a full-size coffee maker. That's what you'll find in most Disney Vacation Club villas, but here it is pretty similar to what you'll find in rooms elsewhere around Walt Disney World. We do have some cups and glasses, and here we have some of our basic amenities, including some coffee, some cutlery, paper plates, and cups. Then down here, we have our beverage cooler. Rather small. Again, a little bit disappointed that this isn't a bigger beverage cooler. I will say, just as a bit of an initial impression, some of these amenities are a bit more consistent with what you'd find at standard non-Disney Vacation Club rooms here at Walt Disney World. So I'm a little bit disappointed with that, but we'll get back to that some other time. Now, just beyond our little kitchenette, we have a closet, which you might not even notice because it is just so well themed and decorated. We'll look at that here in just a second. But then we also have our 2 beds. And we do have, of course, carpet that is, or a rug, I should say, that is on this hardwood style flooring, which is really nice. So first, let's take a look at this closet. As you can see, it's just lovely. The room itself has so many great details. We open this up, you'll see that the light goes on. Up top, we have our spare pillow and or blanket. We also have plenty of space up there to store extra luggage or what have you, which is fantastic. We have some robes in this room, which is really nice, as well as some hangers. We also have laundry services available at this resort, which is great. That's something you don't see all that often anymore. We've got a broom in here, as well as a luggage rack, and again, some space to tuck some things away. I will say, while we do have closet space, and that is wonderful, it's not a ton of closet space. So you're definitely gonna wanna make sure that you're taking that into consideration when you're visiting this resort. This isn't the size of a closet that you might get elsewhere, and so you're gonna have to accommodate for that with your packing. Of course, again, because this is a Disney Vacation Club villa, we do have amenities that we can request that you might not necessarily be able to get if you're staying elsewhere. That's all listed here inside the closet, so you can take a look at that if there's something that you might need while you're staying here. Now, like I said, this closet is rather small, but it looks like we have another handle over here, so let's open this up and see what we've got. All right, another closet space with a good amount of space available to us, which is nice. We have 2 shelves down below. We have our digital safe over here, a handheld steamer. What's this? Oh, okay, that's a really fancy way to store a hairdryer, but you do have a hairdryer in this room. Of course, we have 2 more cubbies up here where we can tuck things away as well. So really nice. I'm glad that we do have more space. Still might not necessarily be as much as you're expecting though, so I stand by what I said. Now, between the closet and the bed, we do have a significant amount of space, of course, so that we can open up that closet. This is something that we're always keeping an eye out for, and I really do appreciate how much space there is, because no one really wants to struggle to get in and out of bed, which is something that happens a lot, especially in these smaller rooms. We do have a light over here. I'm not entirely sure how to turn that on. I'll try and figure it out. And then we have this tiny little shelf which serves as our nightstand on this side of the bed. Then we do have some outlets underneath. We have 2 standard outlets, a USB and a USB-C that's available to us over there. So we can plug in our phone or Magic Band Plus, whatever the case may be. Now, in terms of space between the beds and the wall, plenty of it, not only here by the closet, but also between the 2 beds and on the other side. We'll take a look at that here in a second, but I do want to show you under the beds because I think that this is a really great feature, which is something that's becoming more standard here at Walt Disney World. I love this, and it's the elevated bed. Now, I know I've mentioned this before, but I'm going to mention it again. We absolutely love when beds are elevated like this because it gives us plenty of space to tuck away some stuff underneath the bed. I'm talking about things like luggage, maybe even a stroller. Folding that down and getting it under the bed gives you more space in the room, and especially in a smaller room like this, especially if you have 5 sleeping in here, that's a really important feature. But moving right along to the space between the beds, you will see that, again, like I mentioned, we have plenty of space to get in and out, which I absolutely love. We do have a nightstand here with 2 drawers, giving us a lot of space to tuck things away. There is a room service little pamphlet here, which is interesting and really exciting. Room service is one of those things that we haven't seen all that often, so it's nice to see that it's here. That's great. Of course, we have a lamp here, our phone. We do have some switches that turn on various lights throughout the room, but I want to turn this on. Oh, I love this. Isn't that wonderful? I love the little details that are throughout this room. It might be small, but it adds so much magic, and at least for me, that's one of the reasons I love Walt Disney World Resort hotels. Now you'll notice over here on the headboards, which are plush and lovely, we have our reading lights. There's one on each side of each bed, which is great. We also have some pillows. There are 4 pillows on each bed. This is notable because sometimes you get less pillows. It's kind of a silly little detail, but it's one that you guys have pointed out in some of our other room stays. It's not uncommon to see bedrooms that sleep 5 have only 5 pillows available. Here, this bedroom does sleep 5. We have an extra one in the closet, and we have 4 pillows on each bed on top of the decorative pillow. So that's nice. We move this way to the other side of the bed. You'll see it's a little bit tighter than the opposite bed, because of course we don't need to accommodate for the closet on this side. So there's a little bit less space, but still plenty in my opinion. We do have that light again and this small little nightstand shelf thing with some outlets down below. But let's turn our attention to the opposite side of the room where we'll find our couch, some artwork, a bureau, and a ton of details. Don't worry, we'll get to them. So over here on the other side, we do have some lovely artwork. You'll notice there's theming to Mary Poppins in this resort, which is subtle but lovely. I do really enjoy that. Here we have our pull-out sofa. This does not pull out in the way that others might. It actually kind of just folds down. This is something that we'll take a closer look at here on the channel. I know some of you might be wondering how to operate this, so stay tuned if that's something you're interested in. We do have a lamp here as well as a small table, and this is a pretty good sized couch. You could easily fit 4 people on this couch somewhat comfortably, which I do think is nice. Lots of space to relax and lounge out. Then we have our television over here and our dresser. 4 really, really big drawers here, which is wonderful because again, space is a really important commodity here in these rooms. It helps you stay organized, helps you tuck things away, and that reduces stress, at least in my opinion. Let me know what your thoughts are by leaving a comment down below. There's a lot of space over here as well, so make a perfect command center. We can put all of our electronics, stuff that we need to charge, and there are plenty of places to charge on both sides. So here we have some outlets as well as some USB and USB-C. We come over here, you'll see that we have some as well. And we do have Hey Disney in this room, but the best part is that it's not plugged in to one of those outlets that we want to utilize for charging. I absolutely love that. I think it's great when they take into consideration that we need to plug things in. That's one of the reasons we're always keeping an eye out for outlets, because with Magic Band Plus and portable batteries and all of that stuff that we bring into the parks, fans, that's another one. You ever bring a portable fan into the parks? It's really important to have places to charge those things. So plenty of them, not only here under the television, but throughout the room. And we really love to see that. Now this room is filled with amazing details, but one of my favorites is right up here in this lighting fixture. You'll notice we have some birds and even a penguin up there. Might be hard to see, but he's up there. I love this. Unfortunately, it's not a ceiling fan, so we don't get any of that air movement in this room, which is a little bit of a disappointment, but I do love to see such unique features like that. And there are so many unique features throughout this room. Just look at all the detail. I absolutely love that. But before we go, let's take a look at our view. This is a preferred view, or more specifically, this is a theme park view. So as we step out here onto the balcony, the first thing you'll notice is that we do have a divider, which isn't much of a divider. We're not a huge fan of this, but you know, it does still kind of keep things private. And our view looks out over Cinderella Castle. Might be a little bit hard to see, but it's right there in the middle of your screen. And then we have Tron, Space Mountain, the Contemporary, and of course, if we turn this direction, we're looking out over the Polynesian. This is what our balcony looks like. It's good size. Plenty of room to move about, which I do think is great. We do have 2 chairs and a little table. And I know you can't hear it, but aside from all of the wonderful noises from Magic Kingdom, you can also hear the water up on the rocks, which that is just so magical. I love the way that sounds. But that about does it for our look at this deluxe studio here at Disney's Grand Floridian. Of course, I'd love to know what you have to say. So tell me, does this room seem like a place that you would stay during your next Disney vacation? I want to hear your thoughts in a comment down below. Also, make sure that you stay tuned because we have a lot more to show you, and honestly, I can't wait. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.